Hey, what's up everybody? Dylan here from Iceberg TV and Disc Golf Deals USA. Today we'll be checking out the new run, the Ledgestone run of, I believe it is the Crystal Confetti Stiff Sting. I've been actually bagging the Sting for 2 to 3 weeks now. This thing is really understable. It's been super fun, at least for me, for rollers, super hyzer flipping turn shots. And then I've been throwing this one a little bit as well, not nearly as much, for essentially just like the OS version of this Sting. So the original older runs of Sting tend to be, at least in my experience, quite a bit more understable. It's a 7.5 neg 2.1. I think a lot more people for this slot are bagging the Cicada, but I think the Sting still has a pretty strong slot in the DISCRAFT lineup. This has been, like, I'm just gonna show you. There's only so much you can say. Let me just show you how this flies on a hyzer. It is so fun. I can put it out on a ton of hyzer. If I throw it really hard, it'll flip the whole way and finish to the right. Or if I lay off on it like I did there, I can put it on a hyzer through a gap, let it flip, and it's just gonna kind of find its way on that straight to neutral line. Now this Sting, we'll throw it on a slightly bit less amount of hyzer, and I'm curious to see if this one will flip as well. Wow, okay, so when thrown flat, even the new run held a turn all the way to the ground. Let's go grab those and we'll throw them back. Now the Sting for me has unlocked backhand rollers for me, and I have never been a good backhand roller player. I pretty much just can't even do it at all until I started doing it with a little bit slower and a little bit flippier disc. I'm gonna try to get a roller down for you guys. I mean, those of you who've been watching the channel for years have probably never seen me throw a backhand roller. And lo and behold, the Sting has sort of at least beginning to unlock the backhand roller for me. So let's give it a go. Hopefully it doesn't roll out of frame. Just point the camera over there. It did cut and turn. You can see it rolling behind the soccer goal there. So yeah, anyway, we rolled down a successful backhand roller. We do have a bit of a headwind, which is going to kind of force it to turn more than it normally would. But man, I've really been enjoying the Sting for rollers. It's unlocked the backhand roller for me, which hopefully gets me more birdie looks at certain courses and on certain layouts. Now for the Ledgestone one, not nearly as flippy. Let's throw it on a little bit of hyzer. I kind of yanked over on it on that first shot. Very true to those flight numbers. A nice neg 2 sustained turn with a nice 1 fade back to the end. It's kind of like a Cicada, but with a little more malleability and flippability in the early flight. It'll flip for you quickly, but it won't have as much glide or distance as a Cicada, which kind of fits right in between your mid-ranges and your fairway drivers. So it comes down to your preferences as to what you would want to use the Sting for. But for me, I've really been enjoying it mostly for the backhand rollers. Well guys, the Sting, as you can see, flies very true to the flight numbers. I haven't showed you guys the side profile yet, but the Sting here, it feels like a kind of a flat top Cicada. And at least for me, this has a bit more flight than a brand new Cicada even would. But man, I'm really loving the older Z run for the rollers. That other one just kind of got blasted over the right because of this wind. But man, this is probably going to stay in the bag and be my roller disc, at least in the short term, just because I'm having so much fun actually throwing rollers. But I want to try these on forehand as well before I see you guys off today. I'm going to have to give these like extreme hyzer, I'm pretty sure, especially the green one. Not a disc I'd probably ever forehand unless I'm playing a hole like the Gauntlet hole at Hornet's Nest, like we saw the pros play this weekend, which I do live in the area, so it does kind of add up. I mean, this thing I'm gonna have to like throw vertical. That is so sick. I have a pretty high spin rate with my forehand. I'm pushing between 900 and 1,000 spin on the flick. So for me, I'm able to forehand those, but for most people, I probably wouldn't even recommend it as a forehand disc. I tend to recommend discs like the Raptor, the Captain's Raptor, the Firebird, the Felon. I think if you're learning the forehand, it's probably better than something like the Sting. But if you want to learn your backhand rollers, your backhand turnovers, just that slower arm speed, point and shoot, slower end fairway driver, I think you're really going to like it. Low glide, easy to flip, fun to throw. The Sting is a very fun to throw disc. And yeah, that's my thoughts on the Sting. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Name your favorite Discraft fairway driver in the comments down below. See you guys in the next video. Take care.